on guys, it's your boy the Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another Mythical Monday video. Now as always people, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now I didn't do a Mythical Monday video last week. Instead I redirected people on my social media to a previous Mythical Monday video that I did with Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, because that seemed to be the topic of discussion. Everybody was talking about it after Crawford's emphatic win over Errol Spence that weekend. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, how I believe that fight would have went. But this week, I want to touch on another Mythical Monday matchup, man. And do you know what? Let me just give a bit of background and context on why I picked this one today. After Terence Crawford defeated Errol Spence, should I say, yeah, a lot of people were asking me who not really follow boxing that close, but they were saying, how does Crawford get on with Tank? You know, how does Terence Crawford get on with Gervonta Davis? Could they fight? And all that stuff. And people were putting up old videos of Gervonta Davis saying that he would knock out Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford has since dismissed that and has basically said that that would never happen. The weight disparity is too much. Like, it's two divisions and Terence Crawford has got his eyes elsewhere. But Gervonta Davis, man, with the casual fans, particularly my friends that follow boxing, they really like him. Like, he seems to be the guy that, you know, they really uplift and want to see fight because, you know, he's an exciting fighter. He's from that generation. He knocks people out and he's a terrific talent as well. There's no doubt about it. So he's going to be the focus of my Mythical Monday this week, Gervonta Davis. And I'm going to put him in with Shane Mosley at lightweight, who was an absolute demon back at 135 in his day. Now, Shane Mosley, as we know, he retired back in 2012. He moved up the weight, so he wasn't at lightweight for too long. He did eventually move up to welterweight, then even junior middleweight and fought. So he was a very big lightweight. But everybody knows that follows Shane Mosley's career that his best days were at lightweight. He was a demon. He picked up the IBF title, and I think he had like 7 or 8 straight knockout wins as a lightweight champion. He had a lot of difficulty making the weight, so he did end up moving up in weight, and it did prove to be successful for him. But his best days were at lightweight. He was a phenomenal fighter. He had that rare blend of just power, speed. He was very good as well. He had a great amateur career. But Mosley was one of the best lightweights at the time. I mean, people were putting him as one of the all-time great lightweights with his record. You know, he was knocking everybody out. Defeated Philip Holliday by unanimous decision, but then went on to stop everybody. And that included former world champions in Jesse James Leija and John Molina. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis is another thing. Like, we've seen him, how great his career has been so far. He's defeated the likes of, obviously, Ryan Garcia. That was his best win last time out. The Isaac Cruz win is looking better and better as we go along. The Leo Santa Cruz knockout was one of the best knockouts I've seen in recent memory. And he's also got the likes of a Mario Barrios on there, you know, moved up in weight. You know, that's one thing about Gervonta Davis as well. He's fluctuating between the weights, hasn't really stayed at 135 throughout his career. But, you know, he's got serious power and he's just a fantastic catch and shoot type of fighter. So if you match these two together, Shane Mosley and Gervonta Davis at 135, how does it go? Because Mosley was extremely quick, extremely powerful and aggressive. But could that have played into Tank Davis's hands, who, you know, everybody that's really felt his power has gone down? Mosley, you know, as good as he was susceptible to somebody that was a good boxer, but he would have had the physical advantages here. He would have been taller at 5'9", so he was a very big lightweight. He had definitely got a longer reach than Tank. Tank Davis is only like 5'5", 5'5.5". Would that make a difference? I've seen Tank go in there with bigger guys his whole career and it hasn't made a difference. So maybe that might not have been the case here with Shane Mosley, but he would have been ultra aggressive. He would have looked to have landed his shots, and his speed and quickness, I'm sure he would have caught Tank at times. But Tank, if he catches Mosley with his shots, you know, how would he have took it? You know, because Mosley, he did have a good chin at lightweight, but Tank, as we've seen, can be behind on the cards. He can be losing fights and just end up catching you, and all of a sudden it's lights out. So this would have been a fantastic showdown between these two, man. Two power punchers, two guys that love to go for the knockout. And like I said, Mosley as a lightweight was a demon, absolute demon. And, you know, it shows how big he was at the weight, because he literally skipped over junior welterweight to jump straight to welterweight and take on De La Hoya in a fight that he won. You know, he wasn't the favourite at the time. That fight was one of the better fights, you know, I can remember as well. Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya, their first meeting. But yeah, it shows how strong and powerful he was, that he was able to move up to two divisions to welterweight and take on somebody as established as De La Hoya. But Gervonta Tank Davis, his story is still being written, man. I mean, like I said, his career best win last time out, it wasn't even close with him and Ryan Garcia in a fight that some people were picking Ryan Garcia to win, including Shane Mosley, should I say. So his story is still being written. But if you're going to ask me to pick a winner in this fight, I'm going to have to say Shane Mosley, man, because as a lightweight, you're talking about he was one of the better lightweights of recent generations. You know, he's being compared to the likes of a Roberto Duran at lightweight and a Floyd Mayweather, how he would have gotten with them. Whereas with Tank, he's still got a bit of work to do for me. I think Mosley may have just outworked Tank. I think that would have been the situation here. It's hard for me to say he would have stopped Tank, even though they're both power punchers. But I just think he would have outworked him because I've seen evidence of Tank being outworked before. And I think Mosley had a solid chin at lightweight as well. Not saying he wouldn't have been put down. That could have been the case. But I just think over 12, I think that Mosley may have just done enough to edge him on points there for me, based on his solid resume at lightweight and what he went on to achieve in his career. Tank could ultimately go on to have a better career than Shane Mosley. We never know, because after lightweight, Mosley, his career was up and down from welterweight onwards. You know, he had some very good wins, but then he had some losses as well against the likes of Vernon Forrest, Winky Wright. He lost to Pacquiao, of course. Canelo later on in his career. Mayweather, he lost to him as well. So, his career probably didn't go as it was projected from his early days as a lightweight. Whereas with Tank, his shine is really, in terms of superstardom, he's well away above Shane Mosley in terms of that, in terms of popularity. But his story is still being written as well. But if we're strictly talking about a lightweight matchup between these two, Shane Mosley and Gervonta Davis, then I'm going to have to say Shane Mosley on points here. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section, guys, for this Mythical Monday video. Curious to get your thoughts on it. And don't forget to drop any other suggestions for me to do. Looking forward to reading your comments, guys. And I'll catch you on the next video.